Hi, Paul Wilkinson here. Thanks for watching this video. This is a video looking at what we call bitonality and polytonality. So looking at putting different keys together, superimposing different chords, different scales and different key centers together and seeing what kind of sounds we get. So let's dive in and explore that and see how rich and varied it is when we start to look at say putting one scale on top of another, or maybe putting one chord on top of another. And I think the first thing we should do is actually stack chords from the circle of fifths. So let's have a look at that right now. So if we put a C chord there and then stack chords on top of that C chord from the circle of fifths going round, so starting with C and going G, D, A, E, B, F sharp or G flat, D flat, A flat, E flat, B flat, F and C. Let's see what we get. So we put a G chord over there. Got a lovely C major 9. A D over the top. Got the 6 there, the 9 and the sharp 11. A over the top. So if we put A over the top, we've got a 6 again and a flat 9. Next an E. Major 7, double third, sharp 5 or flat 13. B major over the top. What we got there, depends what you think of that, but it's a minor third, isn't it? But we've already got a major third. So probably a sharp 9 and a sharp 11 and the major 7's in there. D flat over the top, flat 13, flat 9, and the 11 in there as well. A flat over the top, flat 13, doubled root, call it a sharp 9. E flat over the top, a 7, a sharp 9, and a 5, great Beethoven's voice, and he would use it a lot. He'd go. Lovely chord. Next a B flat over that. If the third wasn't here, this would be a lovely sus chord. Semitone down from there, stick it above it. So what we got there, we got the 9, and if I have the third as well, got that an 11 chord with a 9 in there. After that, an F chord. The 11 again, the 6 and the double root. And then we're back home, listen to cadence. C chord, let's go. So that's the first observation to look at. It's really interesting just stacking chords on finding a tonic chord and then stacking the chords on a circle of fifths all the way around and seeing what kind of extensions you get. So let's have a look at bitonality, where you play in 2 keys. So something I've been really interested in at the moment and been exploring a little bit in the last sort of 18 to, last 2 years I suppose on my solo concerts, is playing in one key in this hand but another key in this. So I'm going to play an F major in this hand. But in this hand, I'm going to play in D. So, here we go. Isn't it an interesting sound that you get when you do that? So there you go, that's 2 tonalities, so bitonality, 2 at once. And there's some interesting things you can observe from that. I mean, it's quite good fun to maybe, let's say we were in C in this hand, and let's say we picked A in this hand, and then you put them on top of one another. So that's interesting sound, isn't it? Let's try that. I'll improvise in A major in this hand, but C in the other. So you get a really interesting sound when you do that. Let's try that out with some chords. So let's play chords in F major in the left hand, but let's say A major in the right hand. So here we go. So you get a really interesting chords there, don't you? I'll just need to take them down an octave. So there we go. So there were some polychords. Then we actually got what we'd call some polychord pillars. So here, I'll show you the first one. Keep going. There we go, this is interesting. So we've got some similarities there with that one actually, and we keep going to the next one. The third there and the third there. So we had the first one, which was this, which had the major third in it. That really helps transferring and moving around to some other places. So that's an interesting possibility as well, exploring putting two scales on top of another and seeing what kind of sound you get. There in front of you is an etude by Ligeti, and look at that, it's fascinating. When you're a music student, you know, you always ask the question, will you get a piece where the key's different at the bottom, and the teacher always says, no, no. Well, actually, it's true, you do. So there you go, that's Ligeti's etude. This is an amazing piece, which I'm not going to attempt to play. But Pierre Laurent Amad's version of this is absolutely fabulous. So it's in C in the right hand, but it is in B major, well, it looks like it, in the left hand. Well worth investigating that piece. And to finish off with, I'm going to do what the thumbnail has said for this video. I'm going to play in 3 keys at once.